Good evening, listeners, one and all, and welcome to Week 3 of the Conquest Clash, presented by AOE Sports and brought to you, sponsored by My Republic Gamer. I'm Pironious. Joining me tonight, Audiocompass. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic, my man. Yourself?
Absolutely thrilled to be here to cover some more hot Valorant action. But before we get into that, why don't you give us a rundown on what exactly the Conquest Clash is for those of you who maybe haven't joined us before?
Absolutely. So the Conquest Clash is the event that we've got running at the moment. It's a weekly casual tournament. It's a 5-week tournament with 5-week round robin in each season. So we're currently in season 1. There's 26 teams across 5 divisions in this competition, and it ranges all levels of competition as well. So right from Iron all the way through to our Radiance. Now, if you want to get involved with that, you can join through the Discord. There's a website. All the links are in the stream description below. And all this is brought to you by our friendly sponsors, My Republic Gamer.
That's right. Stay home with the #1 broadband provider for gaming. My Republic offers ultra low latency, ultra stable latency connections, optimizing your gameplay experience. Enjoy exciting privileges, exclusive access, and specialized gamer perks. Visit myrepublic.net today. And
Fantastic.
Without further ado, let's move over to the actual match we've got on tonight, which is Nebula against Finality.
Yes, certainly. So a phenomenal team that we have coming up here in Nebula. So these guys are actually currently contending. In fact, their match is tomorrow to qualify for the Australian First Strike tournament. So this is the highest level of competition in Valorant in Australia at the moment. So it's quite exciting times where we get to see them in somewhat of a warm-up match in our local competition here against Finality.
Absolutely. And Finality, they are not a stranger to us here. We've seen them on stream before a couple of weeks ago. They're a relatively new roster that's sort of been thrown together from just ranked matchmaking. So they've had only a bit of time to really gel together as a team, but definitely a maybe less experienced roster than the likes of Nebula with its pedigree. And you definitely have to say, coming into this match, they are the underdogs, but hopefully in the last couple of weeks as we last saw them, they've gone away, tightened up their gameplay a bit more, and are able to make this one a bit more competitive than what we saw previously.
Certainly, yes. So, that's Finality there. I mean, there is going to be a bit of rigidity in their play regardless. We've got their player Pendulum, who is a Brimstone one-trick for reasons.
Yep.
So that's going to be fun there. So we know coming into this, at least an element of their comp. Going up against Nebula, who have been running what's pretty much been considered standard meta throughout the First Strike qualifiers at the very least. Running a lot of these sort of Phoenix Rays or Phoenix Jet comps coming into this. Definitely, coming off the back of what was really quite a big match against Kanga Esports just last week, where they knocked those guys out of contention on this map that we have here today.
Yeah, absolutely. They've been looking pretty good on Haven across their history. We've got them with a 60% win rate on that map, which is pretty decent odds, and that is 60% against all the top teams that they've been competing at in the road to First Strike there. So definitely coming up against strong competition to get those ones there. Whereas unfortunately we have very limited stats on Finality, as they haven't had those sorts of tracked matches with stats. So it's a bit harder to get information on their performance outside of the previous showing we've seen of them. Hard to say what exactly we can expect to see out of there. Something to keep in mind for the viewers at home is, because Sky has only just been approved for competitive play, she's not currently available in this run of the tournament, and she is. And so I'm being informed by my producer that she is actually being added in halfway through the current thing, which following Riot's lead in that one. So she is actually legal, so we may be seeing Sky coming out from Finality. I imagine, given that Nebula weren't playing with Sky last weekend, that it's probably not going to be in the competition yet. It seems like the teams aren't adopting her as quickly as maybe we thought they might have coming into like first strike group stages.
That being said, I mean, this situation is just a more of a casual setting before their real proper first strike qualifier match tomorrow. It would be the perfect situation to play out the Sky, and to give it a run in a serious yet not quite top tier setting. It would definitely be a great place to see it. Whether we do see that is, to be seen. But I think another thing to note about this Nebula roster is just the names. Some of the names in this roster. We have the captain of this team, Kraken. Well known if you are a fan of the Overwatch scene. He was part of the Overwatch World Cup team for Australia as their flex support. Also a role known in Overwatch as the aim support, so definitely bringing that aspect to this team, but mostly the Cypher player, so more so in that in-game leader role that we see from that character.
Yeah,
typically.
Definitely. I mean, that said, the Cypher player is required to be able to put up some pretty decent aim in their own right. Often your Cyphers are, especially in your attack rounds, fall into that lurker role, and when you're opting as the lurker, yes, it's an ambush role. You're looking to grab people, catch people off guard, as well as cover some angles, but you still need to be good in that 1v1 situation there. So you definitely do want someone with a fairly sharp aim in that position. And certainly, if we can remember back to a Kraken's Zenyatta right clicks, we know that they are more than capable of that.
Certainly so. We've also got Punda on this roster. Phenomenal on the Phoenix as far as their first strike performances have been going. Punda's brother is actually also Repulse God, who is a pro Fortnite player for Power.gg. Just a fun little fact there.
Yeah. So definitely a pedigree roster here, this Nebula one. They are definitely one of the strong up-and-coming teams of the region. Still currently without actually, maybe there is an org, isn't it? I take that back. Yeah, I think I don't know. Are they considered an org team, or are they considered orgless and looking to trade up? I'm not even sure.
I'm not too sure myself, to be honest.
Yeah.
But, either way, this is a very young team. That is for sure. Three of their players have only just finished their high school certificates. So this is there's a lot of youth in this team. There's a lot to be seen from them moving forward, and we hope to see a bit of that elite level on display here today.
Yeah, definitely. And you are right that this might be a good opportunity for them to try out some new things in a lower pressure environment. So we might see them deviate from their standard agent composition so far, and maybe experiment with what they can do with a Sky-based loadout. It is interesting what they run, because a lot of the teams these days, rather than running the Phoenix, have already moved over to the Breach as that sort of empty refragger role, especially with all the buffs that Breach has been getting recently. But we do see a couple of teams still clinging to the Phoenix. And Nebula definitely one of those. I mean, Punda puts out a great performance on the Phoenix, and the Phoenix is definitely still viable. But a lot of the teams are favoring the Breach these days due to the three flashes, the longer flashes, and of course the ultimate being as devastating as it is as well. The rolling.
Certainly, yes. Yeah, the changes to concussion that came through a few patches ago now, where the Rolling Thunder now unscopes your weapons. It's definitely made a big change to Breach as a character, especially in terms of that ultimate and his just a standard concussion ability that he has as an innate ability. Certainly, I've seen an influx in Breach play as a result of that. Unlike our North American counterparts, who still reject the thought of Breach and well committed to the Church of Phoenix. Hallowed be thy name. But certainly it will be interesting to once again to see what we have coming in here to Haven. The 3-site map, some would say is attacker sided. However, we're in Oceania here, so everything's attacker sided.
Yeah.
So definitely looking forward to getting into this action.
Yeah, we're just finalizing a couple of things, and then we'll be able to get the match underway. So it shouldn't be too much longer. But
yeah, it looks like we're just sorting out sides here.
Yeah.
And then we'll be jumping into the action.
So it does look like Nebula will be defending, and Finality will be on attack here as we get ready to move over to this one. And yeah, if you're not familiar, it is a best of one, of course, standard rules in effect, I suppose. And so you do generally want to be defending first in these sorts of situations. It does give you that slight edge. And I'm interested to see exactly what we see out of these teams, right? Because obviously Finality here, this is their chance to really show they've improved the last couple of weeks. This is their chance to take some rounds off. Definitely a strong up-and-coming team in the region. Someone who is, under contention for that first-strike qualification. If you can put up a good performance here, it's a great sign going forwards. And it may start to get your team some interest as well. If you can say, hey, look, we put up good numbers against them. We're actually worth maybe investing into. And maybe we see a few more opportunities for them in the future. Maybe they get into a few more higher level tournaments. And from there are able to pick up like an org to back them or something. Because there's still a number of OC orgs out there who don't currently have teams that are still maybe considering getting into Valorant. Although obviously the recent news from Riot this week maybe discourages those who haven't already picked up a team to do so right now, because it's perhaps not as viable as was originally led to believe.
Yeah, just a wee bit, but it would definitely be a massive statement from Finality here, especially with Nebula. Like, if they do manage to make first strike, it will be because they take down a very solid team at Mindfreak as well.
Yeah,
that's another team that has ex-Overwatch talent in Signed.
Yep.
The Kiwi prodigy on Hitscan. He's definitely that team is definitely a very solid lineup. So it would be a feat for Nebula to take it to them tomorrow. But let's see how they take it to Finality today, as we look like we're getting ready to head into game.
Yeah, I think we are just about to be heading into there, and then we'll head, of course, to the lovely new Agent Select screen. Unless that's been rolled back. I can't keep track of... They keep releasing observer features and then rolling it back, so I can't keep track of what we've still got anymore. But it's certainly, if we do have that, it's certainly a lot better than the white screen that we used to get treated to. So
yeah, certainly.
Still a big setup. Here we go, back. Here we go, into Haven for our matchup this evening. Team Nebula against Team Finality.
Certainly, as we getting loaded in here, we shall hopefully see this hero select screen.
Yeah, we do actually have the handy dandy agent select screen, and it looks like maybe we are seeing. No, Punter on Raise isn't that unusual actually, but. And yeah, there's a Kraken unlocking in the Cypher. So yeah, it looks like probably a fairly standard. Is Nice Hacks? Oh, okay. No, Nice Hacks on Reyna. Okay, maybe this is shaking things up a little bit.
Certainly looks to be the way. So yeah, we have these locks coming in now.
Yeah, so Nebula are all locked in there, and Nice Hacks, who traditionally would be the jet player of the team, actually going to be playing Reyna for this one, and Punda on the Raze. So they've still got that flash utility, but they've got also the extra offensive power that Raze brings to the agent. So definitely a very aggressive composition coming out from them. Finality, on the other hand, what have we got from there? It's like just lost vision on what was and wasn't locked in. There we go. So they're going to have a Raze of their own, but they are bringing out the Swede. Okay, so yeah, sort of, I guess about what you'd expect.
Yeah, it looks like pretty standard comps here. Of course, we have the Reyna on Nice Hacks, which is typically Nice Hacks would be that entry fragger, that jet roll, but we'll see what he can accomplish here on the Reyna. Mythical NZ on the other side is going for the same, so we'll see what that equates to here in this game today.
Yeah, I think the big thing Finality is missing is just the absence of Omen, which is long been like 100% pick threat, right?
Of course, we do see Pendulum coming out on that signature Brimstone, so we still will have the smoke roll filled.
Yes,
but in a less mainstream capacity, let's say.
Definitely, and we see Finality setting up on the attack here. A few tools out, but looks like they're stacked up heading towards A, and we've got Nice Hacks here as well as a Kraken ready to receive it if they do want to rush in. Looks like they've made a bit of noise, but now they're going slowly, which is, I mean, probably not advisable. If you're going to make a lot of noise, you probably want to go quick, right? And so we've seen the rotation through. Hayden is now posted up in heaven. There are 3 people on this site ready to receive them. Last 2 members. Oh, Hayden through the smoke. Great opening pick onto Vex. Now the rest of the hit comes down. They will pick up a Kraken there in the process of clearing the site. And in fact, Captain Max is going to pick up Nice Hacks as well. 3v3 with the spike going down. And now it's on to Nebula to try and retake this one. They do have the Sova up still, so that's going to give them some information there. And Punda actually gets taken down by Captain Max as well. This pistol round is actually going really well for Nebula. Here comes the retake though. Hayden coming through, takes down Barnacle Blitz, takes down Captain Max. Is he going to make the third? No, Pendulum closes it out, picks up the last 2, and will pick up the round for Finality.
Yeah, Pendulum, a strong player for Finality in their game 2 weeks ago against Team IQ. He did open up their round wins with an ace over Team IQ in that game as well. So definitely a strong showing to start off from the Brimstone. We'll see a buy here of Spectres coming out from Finality, while Nebula will go for a full save, it would seem, other than Nice Hacks looking to pick up the Frenzy.
Yeah, so obviously looking to keep this momentum going are Finality here, and can't blame them for that one. After the opening one, already a trade on to Captain Max there, and that will be a gun recovered, so that's nasty. You don't want to lose a 1-for-1 trade like that, especially when you're donating over a gun. So maybe a bit of an error there from Finality, having a player off on their own like that. I had to be ganged up on 2v1. Now we see still the team playing very passive. I mean, I suppose actually when you've got this sort of weapon advantage, passive is normally the play. And Mythic Ninja here, slipping around behind him. He's actually going to get in behind on him, takes down a Kraken. Don't think he realizes that the Sova was there, though. That is to slip around the corner. But the hunt is on, and that is a dangerous Sova there. Now the rest of the team rotating through. They don't know exactly, no, I tell a lie. They do know exactly where that Reyna is. And with that exposed, Jay is going to take Mythic NZ off the table here. Now it is a 3v3, and the weaponry advantage that Finality should have had here starting to slip away, because that is 2 weapons recovered. And obviously, the third one is that Frenzy in the Reyna.
Yes,
Finally, we'll get back picking up Punda.
Yes, we have, as we see the push on the side here from Nebula. Odin now holding down on the spike. We've got Finality just sitting in this A-short position. They will be able to hold off here long enough for the spike to go off. Hayden will take the kill onto Pendulum. But that is the end of the round. Another round for Finality here. The underdogs coming into this match, but now having picked up 2 rounds on the trot. As we see them coming into this third round, it'll be interesting now with the full purchase coming through from Nebula. We'll see what they can muster on this defensive effort.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, you have to say that Nebula are going to have a big advantage in this round, especially with the fact that Finality only got out of that with 1 weapon intact, means that they really don't have a lot to play with, as you can see.
Yeah, certainly. Hayden looking like the eco god right now on that 6-1 KD, but we'll see this around the carrier as we see a push up A long from the Reyna and the Rays here on the side of Nebula. While Finality, they just look to be split across potentially a B or C push. But we see a push in from Mythical here. Will get taken out by Nice Hacks, and Finality just holding their positions around this B spawn.
Yeah, I don't hate that from them when you got this sort of weapon out. Yeah, when you don't have the weaponry, there's sort of only two ways you can play it, right? You either rush a site, try to overwhelm the defenders, or rush a position, overwhelm and get some upgrades. Because if you can trade 1-to-1, that's a huge upgrade for your team. Or you play passive, you hope that your opponent pushes into you, and you can ambush them and get the upgrade. So we sort of see teams go one of two ways. This is a lot safer to play passive. Nice Hacks through the wall is going to take out Pendulum. That is a big play to lose there.
30 seconds.
Tripwire will reveal to a Kraken another. Trade will come through though, and the knives are out for Captain Max. Manages to put down one. Oh, it's a great paranoia, but able to hide in the smoke. No follow-up from that one as of yet. Captain Max, though, can't get the safety, and Nebula will close that one out.
Yeah, great crossfire set up by Hayden and Punda there, just to make sure that Captain Max couldn't get away with any more shenaniganery. But yeah, we see now the pullback from Nebula on the gun round. So there wasn't a buy coming through from Finality on that round though. They did carry through the Spectres, so we'll see a buy now. We'll see Captain Max picking up the Operator, so quite a heavy investment here from the currently top fragger on Finality. We'll see if it pays off as they look to be setting up for potentially an A push.
Ooh, early push out from Nice Hacks there, and that's going to be vexed down really early in the round.
Certainly so. Punda giving a little bit of spray in this round, this B mid here. As we see, just backing off here. We do have Nebula pushing up on C long. Sova and Reyna now looking to get a sight line potentially on this spawn where we have 3 players from Finality sitting. No, it will be a push through onto A as we've seen the Reyna, that is Mythical NZ, pushing through onto site. Seemingly clear. They actually clear out a Kraken in heaven. That is huge for Finality here.
Mythical, maybe an opportunity lost there to just chooses not to spray through the smoke when the utility comes out. Instead, oh, it's brutal as Nebula push on through. 3 players down. Captain Max will be fighting back, but from that position in long, yeah, there's not much more you can do. Just going to back off with the Operator, try and get some exit kills. And, we'll actually get cleaned up by Punda there in the end as well. That's going to be an Operator donated over to Nebula, who tie things up 2 apiece.
Yeah, that is very unfortunate there. The Mythical, again, you pointed out there, Mythical could have sprayed down through the smoke. It probably would have got frags as well onto the gang of Nebula that were grouped up outside of A, ready to push in, but no spray, and we see them sprayed out instead. We played out, in fact, across the A site. Yeah, Captain Max able to get 2 on the op coming off the back of it, but they will just be carrying. They will choose to pull out some ARs coming into this round. 3 players on light armor though, so it will be a bit risky coming into this round. They're looking to play passive around B as it currently stands, but we see a fair bit of a presence from Finality on B as well.
Yeah, I think they're setting up there just because the previous round or in a previous round at least, if not the one we just had, it might have been though, we did see the Reyna push out of that really aggressively. Obviously though, the Reyna is the Operator player of the team, and so great counterplay there from Hayden, who shuts down Mythical NZ rather, just as they're looking to get things started. Nice Hacks will take out Barnacle Blitz though, and so this continues to be a 3v4. Now the push comes through, 3v3. As Finality pushing onto this B site. The ult is out, the Kraken's in trouble, manages to get clear of it. I don't think they realize exactly how far he's pushed through, but no, Captain Max will shut that one down.
Yeah, fantastic play there coming out from Finality's Brimstone with the ult there, just denying the space on the site, making sure that he had to push into that sight line. Hayden will come in onto the site though and take the kill onto Pendulum. Vex trades back onto Nice Hacks, but Hayden does find that kill onto Vex. Now we just have Captain holding down the C long. But he will pick just in time to catch Neb Hayden there, and that will end the round. That's another one going to Finality. Their first full gun round claimed in this match.
Yeah, you're right, actually. That is the first time after that early momentum that they had. They picked up a round, and a big one for them to win as well. So this is already proving to be a lot more than maybe we expected, and definitely more than Nebula expected coming into this one, who are now, as we can see, going for a bit of a suboptimal buy here. A couple of hero Vandals and then some power pistols to back it up.
Yeah, it's a proper broken economy here, so they will try and save up a little bit. As we see them here, we've got 3 playing onto this A site on the defense here for Nebula. So we'll see what the push ends up being from Finality. We've got, once again, Mythical NZ taking the initiative here, pushing out first into this B mid location, taking control of grass here.
Ooh.
But we see the peek from Nice Hacks, traded back by Vex, but he will claim the life of Pendulum here. So no smokes on the side of Finality to get them through the rest of this round.
So Plunder's going to come straight around this corner, goes for the right click, lands it. Plunder will pick up 2 with the classic. Who needs to buy guns? But Barnacle Blitz will hit back, picking up 2 of their own, which means once again it is a 2v2 as the spike gets planted here on the C side. We've got an opportunity here for either team to make this one happen. Captain Max holding one of these angles from behind box. And of course, backed up there by the breach down long. Hayden will get the entry onto Captain Max. Here comes the Rolling Thunder, though, looking to change things out. He's going to hit both of them, but he gets hit with a Paranoia in return. So take all the momentum out of that. Hayden, however, goes for an aggressive teleport there. Does not pay off, but a Kraken able to swing around and clean up the kill afterwards. That will be an easy defuse.
Yeah, Kraken, again, the man that we picked up at the start of this match now. Very interesting here to see the early persuasion from Finality in terms of their plans. In the match against Kanga Esports that Nebula played last week for elimination in the First Strike qualifier, we saw a lot of C hits. It was a lot of C hits with a lot of holding from that C long position in the post plant. And it just so happened that they managed to make it work on multiple rounds that it really probably shouldn't have.
Okay.
if it was a lot of just spraying through smokes to be able to secure on the tail end of rounds. So, you know, it's interesting here to see how they deal in turn with those C post plants. But yeah, we see going forward into this round, a full A hit, really aggressive here from Finality.
Yeah, aggressive push with the pistols, nothing ventured, nothing gained, and it's working out pretty well for them as they take down 3 players, and Hayden will get 1 back, so it is 3v3, but already this is looking a really good round for the team on Eco here. However, the rifles are starting to come in play now. Nebula hitting back, and that will get everything cleaned up. Still, all things considered, like 2 guns on the ground and a plant for an eco, you take those.
Certainly a valiant effort on the side of Finality for that round. They won't walk away with the win, but they will walk away knowing that they've taken a couple of guns out of the pockets of Nebula here. A great strategy, pushing aggressively with the pistols on that eco round. Managing to claim the 2 there. They did also force the Sova ult out from Nebula. Yeah. So J Miraculous using that one. Nice Hacks also using the ult in that last round? Potentially,
yes. We did see the Empress come out early in that one. Didn't work out, unfortunately, for Nice Hacks, but sometimes them's the breaks. I'm going to be opening things up with a spray out in front of Garage here, but not really going to be hitting anything as the rest of the team is once again going for that split A push. We do have Nice Hacks and a Kraken there waiting for it. The tripwires are there as well. This is a changing in position that might catch the members of Finality off guard here.
Yeah, we see the smoke's coming off into Heaven on A here and onto the main.
Oh, that's brutal.
But, this angle from a Kraken is fantastic, taking out Mythical and Vex, but traded out by Barnacle Blitz in the end. Now we see the plant coming through. It is a 3v2 situation. We have Jet with the op, Captain Max. He has been good so far in terms of frags, but he doesn't manage to catch that one onto Hayden. Hayden instead taking him down from that Heaven position. Punda also just barreling down a short there, delivering the rocket right to the face to close out the round here. This is another win for Nebula, and a broken economy now going forward for Finality.
Yeah, so again, we're starting to see Nebula pick up that momentum, pick up that speed. They're starting to come together and close things out really impressively.
Thank you.
Looks like, okay, we're actually seeing some guns coming out from Finality here. They will be able to force this one up. They don't have quite all the armor they'd want for it, but they can make this round competitive. However, this is a make or break round. They need to pick this one up to keep themselves in it, and given how fragile their economy is, they not only want to win it, but they want to win it with multiple guns intact.
Certainly so. Now, we saw them early on group up towards C, so we do see the Cypher potentially looking to go towards that side, but we see Nice Hacks holding the off angle with the op. We'll see if we get a peek out of either of these players as we get a push into Garage from Pendulum. He will take out Punda in window with Nice Hacks. He will take out one on that C-long position. Captain Max managing to trade that one back, but Hayden coming in with two. Nice one into the Brimstone in the Garage, and then a 180, I believe, onto the Jet on long, and J Miraculous with the cleanup on the C side. That is another round win for Pendulum, and if there wasn't money before, there's certainly not money now on the side of Finality.
Yeah, definitely. Nebula looking really strong here and now. It's 6-3 in the half, so 3 rounds left. In theory, Finality have an opportunity to bring this one back, but in practice, I mean, Nebula's going to have money all 3 of those rounds now, and Finality, they don't have money this round, and they sort of need to win the next 2 if they want to have money there as well. So they're potentially going to be in for a very awkward position in sort of this last round of the half if they can't start picking up some more numbers.
Certainly so, and again we see with the eco, it's an aggressive push onto B, which is currently vacant. Oh no, actually, sorry, there was one kill taken onto the Omen of very early on there.
It's a bit of a weapon upgrade there. Reyna will be picking up the Vandal. Here comes the retake now, and Punda drops down Barnacle Blitz. Evening things up 4v4. J Miraculous manages to take down Mythic NZ. That's the Vandal on the ground. Against all these remaining players just playing from pistols, and it is just a turkey shoot in here and now. Fish in a barrel, and that will be all of the remaining players of Finality falling away. They just make it look so easy.
Yeah, well, the one pick on the entry is all they will manage in terms of kills that round for Finality. As we see, again, we will get a gun round here, so we'll see what we can do now with the even buy, but it's been looking very good so far on the side of Nebula on these gun rounds. So carrying this forward, we've got Punda here with the gun juggle coming into
you love to see it.
Coming into Garage. Let's see what he can get done. There's a few fun little techs you can do with the blast packs and peaks in terms of raise with an operator. So, instantly brought down to 1 HP, but manages to pick off Captain Max there, as he will now fall back.
Juggling guns all the way, looking to get back to safety there, but no one looking to pressure that as of yet. And look at the damage that's been done to these players. Nebula and a Kraken go for the double peak. That's 2 down. They know where the last player is, thanks to the neural theft. And it's just an easy leer and step out to clean up the headshot there. So again, Nebula pick up the round. They only lose 1. We're into the last round of the half. And, well, Finality, they're not looking so hot.
Yeah, Mythical NZ just standing still there as he was caught off guard by Nice Hacks. Yeah, maybe a little bit of desperation now coming in from Finality. We will see them go for rifles regardless of the economic state. Well, I mean, it's last round, so you gotta force something here, but we will see those rifle players will also come in with light armor on the buy, so will be the big advantage here.
Yeah, the Odin's through the wall there. But, you know, so far, Finality, they open things up. 2 kills down. It's going to get them at the site as well. Neural Theft is going to give them an idea of where those retakes are coming from. The spraying through. Punda will actually pick up 1. So it is a 3v2 now. We have the shock dart starting to land on the site. A lot of utility getting thrown in.
No more charges.
Now the retake in proper.
Yeah, certainly we see the post plant here is a lot of players on this A short position. Nebula now coming onto the side, but you see the flash come out from the breach on that long position. Finality, Vex does manage to take out J Miraculous there. We see the Brimstone now pushing up onto the site to stop the plant. Oh, sorry, this is the Cypher, but Vex does get taken out by Punda.
I don't know if they've got time.
I don't think they do.
Yeah, Hayden's
a long
definitely
time
not
just
going to
hanging
shut that
around
one
on the
down,
side.
and the bomb will go off there. So a late 4th round picked up in the half from Finality, who played that one quite well. And yeah, 8-4 half in favor of Nebula, however.
Certainly a crucial one. It's going to take everything to hold back Nebula now on this attacking side. As I was bringing up earlier, it was Nebula attacking first in their game against Kanga Esports just last week, where they managed to rack up 9 attacking rounds with a lot of focus towards the C site. So we'll see what they end up playing towards here. As we start out, they do tend to go for pressure all over the map, get a bit of information, but it was a lot of just ending up going to C, which may have been a specific strat against Kanga Esports. We'll see if that carries through to this game here against Finality.
Yeah, definitely. At the moment, all very split in the early stages there. Finality, they're playing a stacked defense here on A. It is pretty normal for a lot of those pistol rounds to go towards the A site, so I don't hate it, but in this case, as perhaps you predicted, Nebula really favoring the C site instead. That will be the smoke coming out into Garage there, and that's going to see some of the defense start to rotate through, looking to reinforce those positions here. But they've basically taken the C site for free here. With Finality looking to back off, go for the retake. Now Particle Blitz stepping forward, does pick up Knife Axe, gets traded back, but Vex is able to pick up Hayden in the Chaos as well. So now it's a 4v3 in favor of the members of Finality here as they look to retake this site.
Yeah, we have the setup coming again from Nebula Fed. I did bring up earlier the full C long post plant position. So all players now sitting down on the C long with the spike planted at the back of the site, giving them that sight line. It is just a spray through smoke though, and we're just going to get a stick here from Pendulum. Now, this is the risk that you run with this C-long push, C-long post plant hole, is that you just have no way of knowing if somebody is actually sticking that plant, other than you kill them through the smoke. So, risky play there, especially on a pistol round where you can't really maintain a consistent spam onto that spike.
Yeah.
But, yeah, and as a result, we see Finality picking up that first defensive round on the pistol.
Absolutely. J Miraculous, however, coming out of that one with 4 with the Ghost. Definitely something worth noting there. Good round for them. And Finality, they're able to get the early advantage here in the second half. They sort of going to look to use that momentum. We see the spray coming out early from Captain Max down as the entire team of Nebula pushing through its A short. Now they've been spotted out as well. We should be seeing the rotation coming through. It's going to be an aggressive hit there that will take down Mythical NZ. They're Miraculous with the Ghost once more, but Pendulum will get a trade back onto Punda. So it's 4v4, and we do see Nebula now backing away from this one, looking to take the fight somewhere else, but the defense, it didn't over-rotate for that one, so they're in a decent position to receive this one.
They've gone back. It's one foul move and it's back to the Batcave. Because we see them head back to the C side. Hayden getting taken out though, going towards that plant position that they have so often gone for on that back of site. Just getting sprayed down through the smoke there. We'll see if this breach utility wields any bounty here, but Jay Miraculous with the flank onto Finality just gets 2 kills, and nobody's looking at him. He's managed to pick those up very easily, and now it's a 2v1 with just Captain Max with the Spectre.
Yeah, I mean, Jay Miraculous has picked up 7 kills with the Ghost in these 2 rounds. Definitely the big performer here in those pistol and eco rounds, but nonetheless, it will be closed out here. And now it'll be a 9-5 in favor of Nebula, and more importantly, they pick up that second round eco, which means that Finality is completely broke here coming into this next one. And they've got a mix of rifles and Spectres they've kept from the previous round. So Nebula, they're able to ride this momentum and establish their economy super early in the half. So this is looking very good for them here.
Certainly a great comeback after losing that opening pistol to an unfortunate play, really. As we see Finality now pushing out onto this grass position here on B. Again, we're on the eco, so we should expect a little bit of aggression here. But what we see is Nebula also pushing up on this A short position. We might see the Cypher on Finality having to... Oh, sorry, on the Cypher on the side of Nebula. Getting... Oh, there we are.
Oh, look at this trigger discipline. Look at this discipline. Oh, goes for the spray, doesn't land any of them. Oh, such a big opportunity, but the frenzy is so inaccurate that it is very difficult to clean up on that. I love the discipline there. When you realize that no one's checked the corner, future people coming through probably won't. You maybe get the opportunity to spray down a whole group of them, but unfortunately, it's always RNG with the frenzy, almost no matter how close you are. In the end, not able to close through. Knife Hacks will pick up Vex there, and it is just Barnacle Blitz alone against 5 people holding this bomb site. It's going to go for it because he's only got the classic in hand. You might as well, nothing risked. But, don't. Yeah, that will just be picked up easily by Punda there for a flawless round here in favor of Nebula.
Yeah, to be expected with the eco buy coming out from Finality. We'll see what we can do now with the guns coming into their hands. Full buys coming out across the team and across the board. Oh no, sorry, we still have Jay Miraculous and the Kraken, at least at the moment, still carrying over the Spectres from the round 2 prior. But we'll see them again setting up for what looks like a C push here. We see some pings coming out from Nebula that definitely look as though it's going to be make it look like it's going to be a C hit. Only the Cypher holding on the site at the moment, with the Breach holding in Garage, but it's a heavy A dedication here from Finality. So we might end up just having to see them play retake here, depending on what this Breach can get done in this Garage.
Aggressive push up there from Nice Hacks, gets punished hard by Barnacle Blitz. And he's going to throw out the fault line there, trying to buy some time. Pendulum picking up a Kraken as well, and they're coming through with a retake here on a 4v2 advantage now. This is looking pretty good for Finality. We've still got a couple of members to contend with. Mythical NZ looking to come around this corner. Does get hit with the Paranoia. They've heard the footsteps. And yeah, Jay Miraculous will close that one out. Tie things, well, not tie things up. It was 3v3. They're going for the stick. And maybe Pendulum's actually going to get this one through. Yes, Pendulum will get the stick down. Barnacle Blitz picks up Hayden in the meanwhile. So big round there picked up by Finality.
It's not a good post plot. I don't understand, man. Yeah, it's a very interesting play. Again, it's a play that we saw repeatedly coming out from Nebula against Kanga, and it was more successful than not. But now it looks like it's become habit, and that's 2 rounds now that Nebula have just given up based on the fact that they've gone for this play. Yeah, it really baffles me that they're trying to make this work, but. It is what it is. We'll see them now moving away from that C site, funnily enough, and trying to make a push here onto A, again, where we have 2 members waiting from Finality.
Ooh, great swing from Mythical there. Yeah, picks up the kill onto Nice Hacks. It's a great opening one, and so, again, slight advantage for Finality here. The Kraken looking to maybe dry push into Garage here. Meanwhile, back on the A site, the attack has been completely stalled out after that opening kill. I think they're still just working out if they want to go for it, how they want to go for it. Now the swing from Raze, good placement of the paint shells. Thunder will clean up Mythical Ninja there as well. Kraken will get taken down by Barnacle Blitz in the meanwhile, having gone for that push through there.
Exactly
We see the rotation come through immediately. Neural Theft is out. That will give a bit of information here to the defense. But not as much as you'd like. There's the showstopper through mid, but Thunder does not pick up anything from that. Does win the duel with Barnacle Blitz. It looked like that crosshair was nowhere near them, so a great flick to pick that one up. And now it's a 3v3 here. Spike looking to get this C plant down. And Thunder in a great position to stop the retake. Oh, doesn't expect Captain Max to be there as well. And so it's a 1v2, and well, it looks like no, the bomb is in a different spot. They are not going for the same. They're not going for the same post plan. Thank goodness.
Yeah, we see them just holding on site here now. The Omen is pretty low, sitting in the corner of the seaside. The Omen smoke fades, and Captain Max will spot out Hayden first. Go for the tap on the spike, but Jay Miraculous is there to trade out that kill and pick up the round for Nebula. This is looking pretty good here as we head to an 11-6 scoreline, just 2 rounds away from claiming this for Nebula.
Absolutely, they're looking really strong here. I mean, Finality, we've seen definitely signs of life from them here now that they're on the defense, as opposed to in their attacking half, where honestly they got what, the first 2 rounds, and then the last round it was a very pretty much they got one in the middle there as well, but very one-sided defense. They're playing a bit more competitively here on the attack, but it's not enough to close the difference here. Nebula's still definitely the team in the driver's seat. And we see that again as Punda pushing through, takes out Barnacle Blitz. The Bulldog from Pendulum will pick up Nice Axe, but he's not going to be able to recover that weaponry. So the rest of the team are posted out there. I don't know if he realizes just how many people are around that corner making sure he cannot get that weapon upgrade.
Yeah, it's the whole of Nebula here stacked out up outside of B, basically. As we see picks coming through onto Pendulum and Captain Max, who have pushed up aggressively. Now we will see the push come through onto the B side. Just the Cypher left in the 1v4 situation. This is not looking good for Finality, because I don't know what their economy is going to be looking like after this round, having the loss set, the loss bonus reset just the round before this. It's definitely not looking great here, but we'll see. In fact, the plant will come out onto A, I guess, as we have some information that the Cypher is on that C site, or at least you can make that assumption based on the previous rounds of play. We'll see a Kraken lurking through the spawn here, who might manage to get this kill onto Vex, but Vex is just going to run down C long to save. He's not wanting any confrontation here.
Well, when you've only got 5 hit points and it's still a 1v3 and your Cypher with no retake utility, I can't really blame that decision.
0 credits in the bank as well. Like, you just got to save this Vandal heading into match point. You imagine the rest of the team is on a very similar economical standing. They're going to hunt for him, but I don't know if they're going to make it all the way to see Cubby here.
Maybe not. He's going to drop the cage. It's going to let them know where he is, and they will clean it up as a result. Oh, I think the cage just did him in there.
Well, first time cast a curse. There it is. Vex getting taken out on that C-long position that Nebula is so fond of. I guess it is their home environment, so to speak. So they do know when an intruder is hiding in their midst. But we see just a broken buy coming here from Nebula. Just anything that they can scrounge up. Judges, Spectres. We see the double satchel jump in with the Judge from Punda.
Nothing from that one, and now we see the ultimates being invested there. However, Punda doesn't get hit by the Rolling Thunder, and that means that this is a very unsafe corner for the Vex step around. A Kraken picks up Mythical. That's going to be the Neural Theft down. Going to give them a lot of information as to where the remaining members are, and this is just BM at this point from Nebula, who are looking to style on Finality here in the final round.
Yeah, I may have been mistaken there. I thought it was the Judge on the side of of Finality, but it turns out it was Bunda double satcheling into Garage that was wielding that one. Barnacle Blitz will take him out over here, but the bomb's planted on A site, and yeah, Breach is nowhere near. The Jet is here, ready to push on, but we do have the Crossfire set up here from Nice Hacks and a Kraken. This is not looking great here for Finality. We do have Jay Miraculous and Nice Hacks picked up. It's all down to this: a Kraken versus Barnacle Blitz, and a Kraken, he's ice in his veins, baby. It's the 3K from him to seal the round and seal the match. It was to be expected here coming in today, but a great result nonetheless. A fantastic fight there from Finality, realistically, coming into this game. 13-6, it's not a scoreline to be scoffed at. It is pretty respectable considering the caliber of team that Nebula is.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, fantastic game.
Yeah, great performance coming out, and definitely signs of life from some of their players as well. I mean, the previous matchup with them, it really was very much the pendulum show. It's good to see that this time Barnacle Blitz topping their team scoreline and really bringing the fight to them on that breach. We're seeing some great things from them. And honestly, many of those rounds were a lot more competitive than I really expected from this matchup when you're going up against a team like Nebula. So, as you say, a great performance here from Finality, but in the end, not enough to take down a team like Nebula.
Yeah, it's just looking at this final scorecard here. Yeah, Jay Miraculous heading up that scorecard. Hayden and Punda, again, with great showings here. Just fantastic across the board from Nebula. But yeah, Finality definitely having those standout performances in your Breach and Jet players. Not quite what you wanted to see from your entry and your Reyna player from Mythical NZ, but another week, another game. That is how it is moving forward in the Conquest Clash, with Finality going down to Nebula 13-6 on Haven.
Absolutely. And speaking of another week, we will indeed be back next week for more matches here. But this evening, we are finished with our broadcast. So thank you all for coming along. I hope you enjoyed the matchup. And all of you out there, remember to do your part to help the OC Valorant scene, keep the dream alive, because we need to show the world that we do actually exist and we are worth letting play. So, keep the dream alive, keep supporting OC Valorant, and take care. We'll see you all real soon.